not necessarily the regular rules for Jiu-Jitsu that were a problem for everybody. They were asking for very specific questions through email and through message, and I wanted to go over some of the things. So at any point, if you guys do have a question on any rule, please raise your hand. My whole idea of what we're doing here is that we're all learning. It's not just you all learning. It's some of these students, it's their very first tournament. I have like about 20 competitors, 23 competitors competing, like about 18 of them, it's their first time. They've never competed before. You got me? So we're trying to help all of you guys, whether it be parents, coaches, anybody. We're trying to be as transparent as we can and help everybody through it. So at any point, if you guys have any questions, raise your hand. The first question that we got through email, and this is a problem that I have with a lot of different competitors, coaches, students, everybody, is what happens if you guys pass guard and end up on mount? That's going to be 7 points. You're going to get 4 points for the mount, but 3 points for the pass. So when we're on the mount, if he's on guard, he's on his back, and I, for whatever reason, pass his legs and end up on top, as long as I keep position, that's going to be the 7 points. I've gotten people tell me, no, he only gets the 3 points, all right? Or people tell me, no, he only gets the 4 points. It's both. He passed guard, he made that action, and then he kept the mount for 3 seconds. That's another 4 points. You have a question, baby?
How many seconds?
3 seconds. I tell everybody it's 3 hippopotamuses, all right? It's not 1, 2, 3. It's 1, 2, 3. It's always 3 hippopotamus. Think in your head, 1 hippopotamus, 2 hippopotamus, 3 hippopotamus. If you guys see me ref today, a lot of the times I actualize the count. I will count 1, 2, 3, and then they get points, okay? So I do that so everybody seeing is looking at me and understanding that I'm counting time. I'm not just giving points right away, all right? The next one that we're having is what is the difference between a slam and a takedown? A takedown starts when both of us are standing up. So even if I pull him and I lift him and I take him and I drop them, okay? And sorry, if I slam him, we both started in neutral. That's not a slam, that's a takedown. Is it hard? Yes, it's hard. Do we want that kind of takedown all the time? No. Please be careful. All our refs are trying to help you guys out, but that is a takedown. That's not a slam. If we are inside guard, whether it's in a regular guard, if I get to here and I start lifting them up and I lift them and then drop them hard, that is a slam. That is an automatic DQ. It doesn't matter how hard it was. Oh, he's okay. We can continue. No. It's an automatic DQ. Every single referee already knows if you lift him up, you need to return him down to the mat carefully so nobody gets hurt. Most of the time in guard, it's not that big of a problem. The problem happens if the other person gets into an armbar. He gets to an armbar and he's trying to get up and he's trying to lift, and on one of these he lifts up and knocks him and he gets hurt and I get hurt. That's the problem, okay? So either way, any guard position, if we lift and we drop, that's an automatic disqualification. And that's across all competitors, kids and adults, okay? What's the difference between sweep and reversal? A reversal starts from any position that's not guard. If he gets to this position and he rolls me, he does not get any points. He escaped, but there are no points because there is no guard. Once there's a guard, it doesn't matter what guard it is. If it starts in guard and he starts sweeping, well, this is a sweep and now he gets points, okay? So it has to start in guard. That's the difference. If we're on north and south, if we're on mount, if we're in side mount and we reverse the position, it is a reversal, but it is not a sweep and it does not count as points. Everybody okay with me? Everybody's good? Pulling guard versus takedown. I see students that get to here and he starts making the pulling guard position and he grabs a foot and he goes, "Coach, I got 2 points. I got 2 points." Like, no, he made the first move. He initiated the guard pull and then I caught his foot and took him down. there is no point. He started the movement. If I start the movement, if I get to here, I'm holding on, I shoot, and then he sits and pulls me to guard, I made the movement. I started the takedown, he sat down, and we ended up in guard. It looked like he did most of the work, but I pulled him first, I get the points. So we need to see who started it, and all of that comes from the referees paying attention to the match. Okay, this is only for anybody that's not an adult. The moment somebody gets into armbar position, I tell my referees, if the arm is extended, we will automatically tap for them. We do not let the children try to resist it if he has one arm extended. If he has both hands and he can start fighting it, okay, we will let that armbar go and nobody's going to get hurt. But the moment their arm's extended, the referee will stop the match if he thinks it's too dangerous. I do not want any of these kids getting hurt. I don't want them to get hurt. You guys don't want them to get hurt. And we don't want our opponents to get hurt either. So we're always taking care of it, all right? Now chokes, I tell everybody, some kids resist a little bit more, but if I see somebody and he's getting choked, I might stop the match too, all right? Depends on the choke, it depends on the position, and my job is to be paying attention to the kids, okay? Guillotines for children from the guard, I do not want them standing up. It's not that they cannot finish it, but if they fall, they're gonna hurt the other person. So from standing, we don't like that. We want it on the ground. If they're on the ground, they can do a guillotine, and that's perfectly fine. That's a good question, thank you. Okay, this happens mostly for adults, but all the referees will stop any strike from the beginning. Too many times we get to this position and the person starts going and starts moving them. That's a strike. You're not allowed to start moving the other person. If you want to reach out and catch, that's okay. But the moment you go through them and move them too much, that's a strike. You hit them, we will automatically give you a warning. The second time is a disqualification. You're not allowed to strike. The other one is like foot sweeps. One thing is to foot sweep and move the other person, all right? That's one thing. If you come over and kick them, if I hear that, that's a kick. That's not a foot sweep. You gotta be in control of all of your movements, especially because we don't want you guys, I don't want a fight to start. I don't want you guys to start it. You can grab, you can be tough with each other, just don't move hard to hit each other, all right? And for me, striking, obviously that's not allowed, guys. Verbal tap. Some people get into armbar position. They get into an armbar and the person on top, that's it. The referee's gonna stop the fight. You yelled out, no, I didn't tap, I didn't tap. You yelled. If it hurt, why did you yell, okay? No, but I didn't say tap, I didn't tap. It's not, no, it's over. Once the ref hears that, it's a verbal submission, automatically move on to the next match, all right? Okay, this one's about points. Can you sit down? If we get to this position, turn. If we get to this position and we take the back, if you cross your ankles, you're not getting points. So you will see the ref just hold, and people will yell at him, ref, he's got the back. All right, he got 4 points. We cannot give the 4 points if they cross their ankles in front. It doesn't matter where their hands are, as it matters where their feet are at. Once they uncross and they keep their feet together, they can start getting points, all right? So they have to bring their foot around. Sorry, the table's in the way, right? If they come in, I tell people you can pray with your feet, you can't cross your feet. You take the back, you have both hooks in, both feet have to be together. Once you cross, you're not getting points. You can get points here and then switch off to the grip. It doesn't matter, you already got points. There's no more points to give. You can do whatever you want, but you have to maintain 3 seconds of control without crossing and then crossing. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Somebody told me, Manny, that's a stupid rule. You are the director of the tournament, just change the rule. It's easy, right? It's not, because I'm trying to teach them what a real jiu-jitsu tournament is. If they go to a bigger tournament somewhere else and they go to a tournament, well, my last tournament, they did it like that. We're like, well, your last tournament was stupid and it's not real. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give what everybody is. Do I agree with every single rule? No. You got me? But that's what Jiu-Jitsu is. We're trying to build something that it's all encompassing in our Jiu-Jitsu. Oh, this one's good. If he does a takedown on me and I keep any kind of submission, I have a guillotine and he takes me down, he does not get points until he can pop his head out. If he's stuck here, he cannot get points. He did the takedown, but now we're in any kind of submission. Once he pops his head out, the referee starts counting. 1, 2, 3, he gets points for the takedown. So if you see the takedown, if you get caught in a submission, kimura, headlock, anything, if he's holding on, even if he's not choking you, you're in that submission, you're not getting points until you relieve your head. We talked about this, how many seconds is 3 seconds for points. I'm opening up, anybody have any questions on anything, guys? Everybody's okay? Yes? For the kids, for the adults, excuse me? They can't go right up. Yes, they can, but it's on the ground, not standing up. All right? If they're standing up, they immediately have to sit and take it to the ground. Don't try to do stand up, stand up, stand up, and then they fall and they hurt themselves. You can do a guillotine on your knees. If you're on your knees and you get to a guillotine position and I squeeze and I choke him and he taps out, that's perfectly fine. But what I don't want is a guillotine from standing up and then you guys fall. All right? I tell everybody, come here. I tell everybody, guys, every single one of these referees is my student. They're all black belts, they're all purple belts and brown belts, and they're all my students. So I train them more than I have to. And I tell them, the number one rule here for every single referee is safety. I don't want anybody to get hurt. This is not what it's all about. I don't want here parents, break it, break it. That's a horrible thing to say, especially to kids. You got me? Be nice, be helpful. We're all here to learn and move on with Jiu-Jitsu, all right? Get farther into what we're gonna do. That exact same thing, the same way that they're my students, they are all volunteers. He's a volunteer, he's a volunteer, he's a volunteer, he's a volunteer. Every single person that's going to be running the rings, whether behind the table or in front of the table, they're all volunteers. If you guys look, Professor Paulo Brandao, that's my instructor from Austin. He's over there doing weigh-ins. He's a volunteer. He's going to be teaching a seminar at the end of the tournament for everybody. He's doing it for free. You got me? Every single person here is a volunteer. Please be nice to them. Please help us out. I've been doing this. I just found out, made me feel real old. I've been doing Jiu-Jitsu for 27 years. I started when I was 16 years old. I was the first Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school in the whole Rio Grande Valley. And I tell people, I am going to make mistakes today. I'm not perfect. All right? Doesn't matter how many championships I have. Doesn't matter how many stripes on my black belt. It doesn't matter. Everybody's going to make mistakes. Please don't take it out on the referees. We will try to do the best for every single competitor and be as fair for every single competitor as we possibly can be. All right? I wanted to present my wife, but she's outside. If you guys don't know, that's Miss Martha, guys. She's also one of the black belts, and she's also going to be reffing today. This is Professor Luis Cantu, guys. Professor Chris. These are two of my right-hand men. I'm Manny Galvan. You're going to see a lot of us today, guys. Whatever you need, please let me know. Please let us know, and we'll help you guys out. Before I finish, does anybody have any questions, guys? What's up, bud? Yeah. From guard, you mean from guard, like a body triangle? Okay, from the back?
No, from mount, like thighs or mount.
Can you show me?
Like, lay down?
Lay down. You know what? Do it to him. I don't know if it's going to hurt. Calm down. Hold on. Yeah, that's an arm triangle. To me, that's perfectly fine. He's wrapping the arm and he's wrapping around the head. He's doing an arm triangle. Yeah, that's good to me. Anything else, guys? Everything's good? All right, we have about 5-10 minutes, guys. We're gonna start. I'm going to ask you guys to look at the schedule, please. I'm going to tell you right now, we try to run everything as fast as possible. We do not let any, number one rule is safety, number two rule is efficiency for all my referees. We're not going to take breaks at all. We're going to be on the mat as much as possible. Please look at the schedule and know which mat you're going to be on, guys, and we're going to start through.